Dear friends, we are with the second series of Fasting Miracle. We have Dr. Pratiksha Desai with us. She's an Ayurvedic doctor from India, currently living in Bulgaria. So we have invited her today online to share her perspective about fasting. We are really fortunate to have her online and talk with her matters related to fasting. Welcome, Dr. Pratiksha, to this forum.
Namaste. First of all, thank you, Satya, for giving me this opportunity. So, let me introduce myself. You already introduced me, but let me introduce from my point.
Yes, of course, yeah.
I'm Dr. Pratiksha Prabhudesai. I'm a Ayurveda doctor and also a yoga expert from India. And currently, I'm working for Samsara Ayurveda and Wellness Center, which is located in Sofia, Bulgaria.
Perfect. It's been how long are you living in Bulgaria?
It's became now, I think, 1 year, 2, 3 months. I'm
Uh-huh.
here in Bulgaria.
So how do you find it from India to Bulgaria? How do you see Ayurveda working here?
Frankly speaking, like I have found lot of similarities with India and Bulgaria. Like,
Wow,
yeah, really. Even like when we see the weather, we see the people, we see the food, we see the tradition. There is a lot of similarity of Bulgaria and Ayurveda.
wonderful. So it will be very much interesting for Bulgarian people to hear this and understand this, how we can integrate Ayurvedic perspective in day-to-day life in Bulgaria.
Yes.
Okay, so a few questions before we start. Let's, for the benefits of newcomers, explain a little bit about what is Ayurveda. What does it mean?
Yeah, actually, it is a new science for everyone. I say new beginners. So we need to. I will give you briefly about what is this Ayurveda. And this is a science not only for India, it is a universal science. So you can say like Ayurveda, there is a shlok. It is says Ayusho Vedaha Ayurvedaha, a science which gives the way of life, a science of life, how to live scientifically. And also it is a 5 to 6 thousand year old science from India.
Wonderful. So this is basically a life science, is it?
Yeah, correct. Correct.
Great. How Ayurveda looks at fasting? What is the definition of fasting as per Ayurveda?
Um, Ayurveda, it is like I told you, this is the science of way of life. In Ayurveda, it is said if a person is healthy, it has given how to maintain his health. The things that are told to maintain your health. Then suppose if you got some health problems, how to cure this problem. This is also told in Ayurveda. Okay, after that it is not stopping here, but after that not to get these problems again, something called Rasayan and Vajikaran is told in Ayurveda. So
Wonderful.
in this perspective, like in Ayurveda it is said for the fasting, it is said like it is correlated to uh, langan or upavas. These are the words, Sanskrit words which are told in Ayurveda for the fasting. Langan or upavas means eating very light food, which is very beneficial for your body, which is very good for your body, which is healthy. Or maybe you can do it for the religious purpose.
Wow. So what I understand is like it's a two-way process Ayurveda is looking at. One is the healing of the problems, and second is precautions or preventions so that you do not have this sicknesses or problems later on in your life. Is it?
Correct. Correct.
Wonderful. Okay. So
So
yeah.
in this perspective, I can tell you like in this langan also, like the upvas or the fasting is also told in same way. Like it is type of treatment in some health problems, and also for a healthy person, if you want to maintain his health, this is also like a day-to-day activity for him or like advice for him. So you can use this in both ways.
Wonderful. Great. So what are different types of fasting? What have you experienced? You would like to share that with us?
Yes, yes, why not? Because now fasting is becoming nowadays it's getting more and more popular.
A
So
style,
it's
this diet, that diet.
keto diet, or protein diet, or there are different types of fasting.
Yeah.
So like you can say, like in Ayurveda also, you will not surprise, which is a 5,000 euro science, everything is told about the fasting.
Mm.
So like it is said, like a person can do fasting without food, person can
Okay.
do fasting without water,
Hmm.
person can do fasting, exercise is a type of fasting.
Really?
Yeah,
Ah.
because it depends, fasting, it depends on the purpose. If you want to gain some health, or if you want to increase your energy, so
Yeah.
exercise. So there are like fastings with some vegetables. You can do fasting with vegetables, with raw vegetables or cooked vegetables, with fruits, with fruit juices,
Ah.
with yeah. So these are like different types of fasting you can do in day-to-day life.
Wonderful. Great. Now, is fasting spiritual, and why in many religions they do fasting before the ceremonies or festivals?
Yes, this is a very good point you asked, Steve. Fasting, if I tell you, first I will tell you about the Indian tradition. Okay,
Okay.
why Indian people do fasting. When I closely saw the fasting and the Ayurveda, there is a connection with that.
Hmm.
There is a close connection. So when we do fasting, actually what we do, we spiritual purpose. It is always not always like spiritual purpose we do. We do for the different purposes. But for the spiritual purpose or religious purpose, when we do this fasting, during that day we are like stay away from the day to day work. We are like connected to the God. We try to connect with the God. We
Hmm.
do eat
Hmm.
some particular type of food, like we say the sattvic food, which is
Uh-huh.
without onion, without garlic, without non-vegetarian, and which is very sweet, not once very sweet, very light to digest. And along with this, we do some prayers.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So this is
Okay.
like a deep, doing prayer is like of a mental fasting, I can say.
Uh-huh.
So you are like without a wrong, your mind is without wrong thoughts or wrong thinkings, and this will helps to gain a connection from your with the spirit, the mind, and the body. So this
Okay.
is how it is related to the religious purpose in India. It is the same in other country of Bulgaria, I can say, because there is a tradition in Bulgaria to do fasting before the Christmas,
Uh-huh.
40 days,
Yeah.
even like, and before Easter, 40
Yes.
days before Easter.
Yes.
So the main idea for this is to connect yourself with the God.
Uh-huh. Okay.
But it
Wonderful.
has a health benefits also. If you go in the depth and if you see, like there is a health benefit also, if you closely see to it.
So it's like this. There is a saying called healthy soul breeds healthy mind, healthy
Mm-hmm.
mind breeds healthy body. So they are all
Correct.
connected with each other. So when you
Yeah.
start, the body is more physical, we can see it very clearly. So when we start working on that, it goes and affects your mind, and the mind is at the right place, it's thinking correctly in a nicely, in a positive way, it connects with the
Mm.
soul as well. So it's a nourishment
Correct.
for all the three parts of the human life.
Correct.
Great. So, what are the benefits of fasting? What do you think are the benefits? How, and more in the context of today's modern material world, what they will benefit if they do fasting?
Yeah, this is actually a very good question you asked, because nowadays what happens, like people know only fasting and people know only, okay, it leads to health.
Mm.
They
Mm.
don't know the process between the fasting and the health, how this is achieved. They don't know this.
Yeah.
So in Ayurveda, it is explained very well about this. They say what our digestion is like a fire.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Okay, so when you eat too much of food, what happens, like sometimes body cannot digest that food, so that
Mm-hmm.
food gets accumulated in the body in the form of toxins, or you can
Uh-huh.
say the undigested food.
Yes.
So what happens with that, that remains in your, or that remains or saturates in your digestive system,
Yeah.
and it blocks the channels.
Yeah.
So in Ayurveda, for these toxins, we have a concept called the armor. It's called arm, or the
Ah.
toxins.
Toxin. Okay.
Yeah. So when you do fasting, actually you ignite your digestion power. Agni, we
Ah.
say.
Okay. Okay.
and that helps to digest that accumulated fat or toxins and to throw out from the body.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And because of that, what happens, like our channels becomes clear,
Mhm,
so nutrition is gained to all the parts of the body,
mhm,
and so that our immune system increases, improves
mhm.
our immune system.
Yeah.
Even people with having the problem of constipation,
Mm,
they gets the regular bowel, they get proper regular bowel for the toilet or the urine,
mm,
then their appetite is increased, the digestion power, the thirst, the hunger is increased.
mm, mm,
Even persons, even mentally, he feel happy, active,
mm.
and positive, more and more positive.
Yeah.
It is like a fasting. I can say, I can go relate this fasting like a car. How
Mm.
you, to maintain your car, what you do servicing, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so what in servicing, what we do, we change the oil,
Yeah.
we clean the car.
Yeah.
So after the servicing,
The
vehicle
car
moves
is running
very
very far. Yeah.
smoothly and without any problem, the
Yeah.
same way the fasting does to our body.
Wow. Indeed, so true. So it's a very
Yeah.
simplest way of technique for detoxification. It's a
Yes.
very simple way. You don't have to do this or do that. Just by simply
Correct.
abstaining from food, you detoxify your body.
Yeah.
Also, just little I want to add here. You mentioned about the immunity system.
Mm-hmm.
In modern world, in today's world, most of the problems we are facing is because of immunity only. People are having
Correct.
mostly immunity related problems, nothing more. and
Yeah.
and doctors give them, the immunity suppressant and many other things like that, which generally have a very strong side effects, you know
Yeah.
more dangerous actually. So
Correct.
they say overactive immunity or all nonsense actually. For me, I feel your immunity is confused, okay, to recognize what is good cell, what is bad cell for it actually. And it goes on
Correct.
attacking itself, and the immunity is confused because it is not been taken care in the right way. Okay, so
Yeah.
spiritual path will help you there to bring your immunity in balance. And when your immunity starts functioning properly, or when you do the fasting for that matter, it brings your immunity to balance. It knows very well, it's very healthy, in a good state. It's like when we are sleeping, when we wake up, we are fresh. We can see things more clearly. Similarly, the same process works with immunity as well. Immunity becomes more fresh, active, so it can recognize what is good, what is bad for itself. So, like it's like giving uh, power or empowering your own body actually, because our body has intelligence actually, but only if you allow it to do its job. And most of the time, we don't allow it to do its job. And fasting is the time, I think, it
Mm.
allows the body to recuperate, relax, rejuvenate, and come back next day full of power and energy. Actually, I think, am I right, Dr. Pratisha?
Yeah, yeah, you said very correctly. It's
Yeah,
like rejuvenate. Very
yeah,
correct. This
yeah.
rejuvenate. Yeah.
I also hear from hear or read, like, is it true some yogis just live on sunlight and water in India?
Yeah,
Is it
this is
possible?
a is it yes, actually this is the yogi, like you say, yogi, the person who does yoga, it's called yogi.
Hmm.
And you know this Ashtang Ayurved or Patanjali Yoga Sutra,
Yeah,
it says like it has a 8 limbs. If
yeah.
you go with the 8 limbs of Ayurveda, this Ashtang Yoga, you can attain a moksha, we say.
Okay,
Or yeah,
okay.
so so that this yogi, they follow this all yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahar, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. These are the 8 limbs.
Yeah.
So they follow this. If a person, and the important in this perspective is like the purpose. So their purpose is to attain the moksha.
Hmm.
So to attain the moksha, they follow this thing. And once your body is prepared for this, once you're mentally you're prepared for this, once you're spiritually prepared for this, you can attain this. Even you can see, I have seen the videos of a Baba who is living in the Mani Mahesh
Uh-huh.
Parvat of Himalayas.
Yeah.
He is only on water and only on sun energy.
Wow.
And you can search on the Google also, you will find it. It's called, he's famous like a Barfani Baba.
Ah, okay.
So it is very it is possible, like a person who is already prepared for this, who is ready for this, he can attain this, you can live this, because these are the energies, air, water, these are the energies, so they
Yes.
live on this energy.
Yeah, and I think the food contains all these energies because
Yeah,
the
food
food grows on
contains.
the tree. Actually, it contains all these energies. Actually,
Yeah.
I remember one time one yogi was telling me that food is for the people who are sick. It's like a medicine for many people. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Correct.
indeed true. Actually, because when we are in a healthy state, like this yogi who just live on water and sun, they don't really need the food. Actually, they are meant just because they are healthy.
Yeah, because it's important to your mind is in your control.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if your mind is in a control, you can control your hunger.
Absolutely. So it just
Yeah.
means that we can
Hmm.
live without food actually, if we want to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually.
yeah,
But in their case, actually sun is their food.
yeah. Because see, the fruits, for example, the fruit is growing on the
Yeah.
tree,
Yeah.
and the fruit is taking the sun energy from there.
So, yeah,
The water
correct.
is going
Water
on the
and
ground, go down, it's coming
yeah.
in the fruit. So we are just
Yeah.
consuming in a food format. But if we
Yeah, correct.
learn or by yogic techniques, we can just gather the energy which you want just from the sun and the water.
Correct.
Wonderful, great, great. So um, uh, just have another question. Uh, the question is beggars or poor people, okay, are
Hmm.
virtually fasting because they don't get to eat food. So I get a thought. So is fasting for everyone? Okay. So friends, now we will discuss this question in the second part of the interview. So until then, stay connected and wait for the second episode with Dr. Pratiksha. Thank you very much, Dr. Pratiksha, for the first part. Thank you very much. We
Yes.
really
Thank
appreciate your
you.
time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.